Hey, 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 hey. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you for doing this series with me. I've already told you, we are doing the Psalm 150 days fasting and prayers. We fast morning, we break in the evening. Join my social handles, Escalop TV on YouTube, Cardinal Echo Grace on TikTok, Transcendence Generosity across Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, Snapchat, everywhere. It's Transcendence Generosity. So I said this year we'll try and learn about how the Bible was compiled, how the documents were kept before we had the first 5 books and all those stuff. We will start to understand creation, Genesis, and all that. But now we were doing a little brainstorming exercise. We asked, what are we thankful for? We are thankful for life, for our social connections, for the little things we have. Thankful for what are we struggling with? We're struggling with the internet, with technologies, technological devices, new softwares, economic hardships. We struggle with all these things. And the final question I'm going to ask before we start, and we delve deep so much into the Bible and learn the beginning, the creation story, and all that, is the final one is, how can we help people or ourselves with our struggles or their struggles? So how can we help people with their struggles, or how can we help ourselves with our struggles? So what will you say? What will you say? Do you have a struggle? And what are the efforts that you've put in place to try and then mitigate these struggles, reduce them, or to avoid, and then if it's possible, just eliminating them? Anyways, I have struggles waking up in the morning, and especially it affects my appointment. So anytime I have appointment or I have classes, then I see what I can do to, so we all have our struggle, right? One of them is like me waking up in the morning. I like the midday because I'm a nocturnal person. Anyways, so other people have their own struggles, and that's not all my struggles. I have a lot of struggles. It's personal, and then So, how can we help people with our struggles? It depends on what shape and form or what kind of struggle. It could be physical, it could be emotional, it could be spiritual, it could be greed. It could, that if you are greedy, you are greedy. Like, it could be sexual, it could be everything. So it depends on what kind of struggle it is, right? And that would tell whether it needs prayer, whether it will tell whether it needs counseling, it needs love, it needs patience, endurance, understanding, and tolerance. So you need to understand the struggle, and then be able to. There are people, like, they feel low self-worth, so they want external validation, right? So for them, it's like, even if I'm going to pee, the whole world must know I'm going to pee. So if you are not careful and you are not that type of person, who wants things done before it comes out, and you meet some of those people, they will think, oh, that's individual difference. Like I said in the earlier, we struggle with, even values, difference in values. You get what I mean? Some people want to achieve before it becomes a global news, and even with that, they don't share it. So other people, even if they dream of the whole world would, and most of the time, when it doesn't go the way it's supposed to go, then they come with lies to cover up, and so it's how do we help such people? So it depends on what form, what shape, what kind of it. If it's something that needs counseling, if it's something that needs prayer, and if it's something that needs love, patience, endurance, tolerance, understanding, and all that. How can we help people with their struggles? We can, try and then collectively come together, togetherness, like the communal living. Sometimes some people need opportunities, so you have to help them get opportunities. We comfort others as God has comforted us. 2 Corinthians 1:3-4. We praise be to God who comfort us in all our troubles, so that we can comfort those who in any trouble with the comfort we ourselves receive from God. Our struggles equip us to care for others going through similar pain. Be a witness through our trials. So can we use our trials to also, So Revelation 12:11 NIV reads, they triumphed over him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. Sharing what God has done in our struggles can inspire faith in others. John 9:3, this has happened so that the works of God might be displayed in him. Some struggles serve a higher purpose, to show God's power to others, right? So that is it. How do we, help people with their struggles? We can also encourage them and build each other up. 1 Thessalonians 5:11 says that, therefore encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact you are doing. When we have walked through hard times, we can strengthen others through going through the same. Hebrews 10:24-25. Let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, encouraging one another. We can carry each other's burdens. Galatians 6:2. Carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ. Shared struggle create mutual support and reflect Christ's love. Be humble and relatable. Romans 12:15. Rejoice with those who rejoice. Mourn with those who mourn. Our vulnerability helps us connect and empathize. Philippians 2:3-4. Do nothing out of selfish ambition. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interest. 6. Let God use your weakness. Let God use your weakness. How can God use your weakness to teach others, who are going through struggles to overcome it? My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in your weakness. For when I am weak, then I am strong. Your weakness can be God's strength to someone else. When we say that, how can we do this, in terms of the struggle? How can we help people with their struggles? We can also ask them if there's anything we can do to help. We can keep including them in social activities. We can validate what they say and feel. We can understand that the loved one is, we have to understand why and how that loved person is going through that struggle, that situation, right? So we can look at all those things, yeah. So we can ask them if there's anything we can do to help, keep including them in social activities, and see what we can, if it's mental health, then we have to look at what we can do for such people. We talk about them, we set time aside with no distractions to talk to them, let them share as much or as little as they want to. We don't, we try to not to diagnose or guess their feelings. We allow them to talk. We keep questions open-ended, talk about self-care. We listen carefully to what they tell us and offer the help in seeking professional support and provide information on ways to do this. Know your limit, and if it's crisis situation, then you know how to refer those people to professionals. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We are done with these 3 questions in a way of a series. What are we thankful for? What are we struggling with? How can we help people with their struggles? Now, we will start to understand the Bible by way of reading Genesis chapter 1, and we would be able to consider the verse 1, the verse 2, and the verse 3, and be able to explain what the Bible teaches. We'll say what the Bible is trying to say there in our own words, and about people and situations, and then the change that we can do for ourselves and the environment through that story, then we consider that. Thank you. Thank you. Join me on my 150 days of fasting and prayers using the Psalms, and let's see what God will do. Shalom. Take care. Thank you.